What's up? What's going on? And today's video is all going to be about how to read a pattern from someone's request. I haven't forgotten, girl. We're doing it right now, okay? So I'm going to do the collar pattern that I had did for my last video. It just makes sense because it's very simple. It's to the point. It's not really complicated to read a pattern from this form of like what you would have to do or the steps you have to take. So I have my handy dandy laptop right here, okay? So when a pattern begins, they always tell you about the pattern. They always tell you like a little bit information about themselves and like how much it would mean for them to like for you to share it and things like that. That's the simple stuff, right? So also it shares the skill level of like what you are capable of doing with doing whatever pattern you're into or what interests you or catches your attention, right? So and also it tells you the materials. Now materials can be like your stitch markers, needle, your crochet hooks, of course your yarn, the whole point of like making something, and just like your knowledge of like what you're about to make before you even start, right? So also it also tells you the amount of yarn that you would need, which helps a lot because I had started things where I feel like I thought I had enough yarn and I never really did in the beginning. So yeah, always read through. This is the good advice that I need to give because my issue is that I would read the beginning and then I would start right away without reading the full entire pattern before I start. So you definitely need to read the full entire pattern before you start anything else. Before you start anything else, like promise me it's gonna be worth it in the end, because I know you'll be so excited and want to like get started with the pattern, but I feel like if you don't read through it first and understand what you're doing and understand what you're getting into, then you just might have to start over, or you have to like get extra yarn, a extra ball of yarn and things like that, you know. So now it comes to the sizing and like abbreviations. So this is a collar, just like a one size type of thing. So also here is the abbreviations, and I think it confuses a lot of people. Now when it comes to crocheting, I feel like it's more simple than knitting in my opinion, because I do both crochet and knitting, okay? So the first thing it says STS, and also it shares with you the meaning of it instead of having the, what they call it, like the, I guess it is an abbreviation, but then they just tell you the full word, right? So STS is stitches. So stitches mean like how many stitches you have to loop through with your crochet hook, or if you're knitting anything, it just based on the amount of stitches you have to do to start off with first. So things like that, you know. Also SC, it means single crochet. So single crochet is like you have your yarn ready to go, you have your crochet hook ready to go, and you just, without looping over, you just put your crochet hook inside the opening of like your first stitch, and then you wrap over, and then you pull through, and then you pull through again. Things like that. Now, if you want me to show y'all step by step of how it will look, I can do another video about that. This video this video is basically just how to read a pattern, you know. So if y'all want to see it in full, if you are a visual learner and you want to see step by step of how to even do a pattern, I can do that as well. So CH means chain, okay? Chain. Now, if you're a very beginner and you haven't done anything with crochet or knitting, then I feel like this is not really the video for you. If you have experience with crocheting and you're still like not really sure about how to read a pattern, then stick with me, okay? So CH means chain. And I also noticed that when you're following a pattern on YouTube, they don't really share the abbreviations on the screen. They just say chain this, or stitch this, or loop over this, or, you know, it can be very confusing. So with seeing the abbreviations on the screen and then explain, or them having it on the screen, it helps much more. That's my take on it. So now we have SL and ST. So the SL means slip and the ST means stitch. If you think about it, SL is the beginning of the word SL, and then it's IP means slip, and then stitch is ST. You know, I feel like it's really simple once you get used to it, and then you only have to think about it, like, you won't have to like constantly repeat the pattern while you're doing it once you get used to these abbreviations and what they mean and stuff like that. And the last one she has is INC. So INC means increased stitch. So you're going to be adding an extra stitch to make it longer or wider or things like that, you know. So that's all of the abbreviations that she has. But also the popular ones is also DC. It's DC, HDC. So DC is double crochet, and HDC is half double crochet. So double crochet and half double crochet is very, very popular. It's very, very popular. So double crochet is like you put your loop, you yarn over. Sorry, you put your loop into the hole, you yarn over. Wait, sorry. Whoa. So you yarn over, you put your loop through the hole, you pull the yarn through, and then you pull through two, and then you pull through the next two. That's double crochet. Now half double crochet is you yarn over, you put your hook in the hole, then you pull it through like towards you, like pulling the string towards you, and then you're gonna have three. And that's half double crochet. So you put all of those three in the same loop. That's half double crochet because it's half of a double crochet. You know, you get it? So double crochet is the full entire thing when you do it twice. And then half double crochet is when you put all three into the same section without doing it for the double time. You get me? So it's like that. So guys, even if you have to Google these like abbreviations and things like that, it will help a ton. But pretty much YouTube have everything you need, but it's just that people don't explain it to the best of their ability. No, not explain it to the best of their ability, but they don't really show it in full detail correctly of like making an item that they're crocheting or knitting and things like that. Because I have bumped into videos where I would get like kind of annoyed that they're not really explaining it correctly, and I would just not want to do it anymore. And also another thing is like they talk too fast. They're just doing, you could just feel that they're just doing the item for themselves and they're just showing you how to do it. Not really like, they say it's a tutorial, but they mainly like really doing it for themselves and they want to get it over with. And they're just trying to make a video for their channel. That's what I get from these like type of videos when it comes to tutorials and like following along. Especially those ones that they don't really speak clear English. Oh my gosh, like girl, can we not? So I also want to get into like doing patterns, or no, sorry. I want to get into doing tutorials, but doing tutorials, it is too much work, y'all. It's a lot of work. Like I would not do a clothing piece. I would probably just do like accessories, like something quick and easy. And I have like all of these crochet hats that I'm making, so maybe I can do that if y'all want to learn how to do this hat or a multicolored hat, or you know, a hat where it's like easy and to the point and it doesn't take too long. Now I noticed that when I do a hat, it takes me about 4 hours to complete it. I'm not even going to be dramatic about it. Okay, I think it's because I have little people, so it takes me a while. But if I was to cut that in half, it would probably be like maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. It takes me to finish a hat. It's still a long time, but it's way better than a clothing item that you would want to crochet or knit, to be honest. Now, in my opinion, crocheting is faster than knitting. Knitting takes longer time than crocheting. Now, if you want to read a knitting pattern, that's a whole different ball game. You will be confused, like, what the heck is this? Now, with crocheting, it's a little bit more easier to the eye, because I just feel like when it comes to knitting, you have to be very, very careful with each step that you take, especially when it comes to like increasing and decreasing and loop, like I don't know, like, it's just a lot in my opinion, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes very, very easier. So I'm going to go on Google and see what the popular abbreviations they have for crocheting, because they have a lot. So I'm going to put crocheting abbreviations US, because when it comes to other places, it's the same, but they share it differently, or like they have it differently. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but y'all should get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? True. This is not what I asked for. That's not what I asked for. Oh, another popular one is M. M means like your marker, like your stitch marker. You know those little markers, you just open it up and you pin it? I should have brought it in. I don't even have one. Surprisingly, I don't have one in this room somewhere. But yeah, the stitch marker. Everybody knows the stitch marker. That's easy, right? And another popular one is chain. So chain, when you're chaining, that's the very, very beginning of your start of crocheting an item. I believe I said that in the very beginning of this video. So yeah. Also, another one is, another popular one is YO. That means yarn over. So say when you're about to do like a double crochet or half double crochet or a single crochet, when it says yarn over, put your hook inside your next stitch hole, then pull the yarn through, and then you're going to yarn over with yarn through 2 stitches, and then you're going to yarn over another 2 stitches. That's double crochet, okay? So when they say yarn over, that's exactly what they mean. Now remember, if y'all want to see me do it in full detail, let me know in the comments below, and y'all will see exactly what I mean, okay? So yeah, I think that's pretty much it so far. I don't want to give y'all like too much and overwhelm y'all. I just gave y'all like the basic things that you will need to know, or like the popular ones that you will always see in a pattern: a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, yarn over, chain. You're gonna say like chain 25, chain 15, chain 10, like that. And yeah, things like that. Or put 2 stitches in one hole, one opening. You always say that too. So when you're putting 2 stitches in one opening, that's you increasing, making your item wider or bigger, like a lot, like this. This how you always have to put. You always have to increase until you get to your correct sizing of your head. See, it took me a little minute to get the flow of like crocheting a hat, because I have learned that when you're crocheting a hat, the sizing of like an adult head is, you stop at 8. So once you get to 8, you just continue the hat until the size that you want it to be, and then you stop. Now I noticed that I have 2 little people in my life, fraternal twins. Their head size stops at a 7. So all kids' head size are a 7. And teenager wise, I would do an 8, stop at 8 too. So it's like from 2 years old, no. I would say 3. From 3 to like maybe 8, maybe 7. It depends on the child's head as well. I would stop at 7 stitches. Adult head size is 8. And I feel like lower than that, that's like 6. Anything smaller than that, then you're probably doing it for a newborn or like an animal at this point. So for like a newborn baby, I would stop at 6, in my opinion. You could possibly stop at 5, but I feel like a 5 would be way too small in my opinion. So 6 is like the perfect size for like a baby, you know? So I hope I explained this to the best of my ability. I hope you understood. And I hope this helped somehow. If it didn't, then I will do better next time. So, and if you feel like I needed to explain something better, then just comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye! See you later!